What's good? Let me know if y'all can hear me. What's good? What's good? What's good? I got to drive to pick up my son, so I got to do this in the car. Let me see if I can get this chat up. All right, I cannot see these chats quite yet. Let me see if I got a oh, there you go. All right, I can see the chats now. All right, what's good? What's good? What's good? All right, yeah, I'm gonna be on this road. Talib Cunningham, what's good, man? Marlon So Icy Sims, what's the haps? Yes, good. B Mac, 2 Robinson. All right, Big Chief Boxing. St. Cruising. All right, I'm gonna stay here for a second. Salute, what's good? What's good? Carl Cooper, what's going on, man? Ronald Finkley, what's going on? Salute to you. Kurt Eric Monroe, what's going on, man? Broderick Hunter, what's happening? All right, man, let me get to rolling on the way. I got my son has a basketball practice. It's getting out at 12 o'clock. So and you know the show must go on. The show must go on. Hey, my day is good, Aaron Parker, man. Hey, life is good, man. I'm feeling real good. Hey, I do want to talk about this Messiah. What's going on, man? Man, I gotta say something, man. This dude, Anthony Joshua, he gotta pump the brakes, man. Eddie Hearn gonna get that boy killed, man. He's gonna get that boy killed. There ain't no reason in the world for this dude to be going into this rematch. I did a little research, man. What's going on, man? Maurice McElroy, what's happening? I served 88, what's good? Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. That's what's up. What's going on, Brian? Yeah, man, he's gonna get this boy killed, man. I was doing some research because I'm not on my computer. I don't really have the opportunity to like do it. Yeah, man, working on the road, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. I might do a 5 a.m. 5 a.m. one. But yeah, the rematch St. Cruz, and it's a big mistake, man. Oh, Ron, he said, oh, no doubt about it, man. I'll check it out. I got to go back to the live stream because I won't be able to check it out on this car. It's the first time I've done it in a car. Yeah, man. So this boy's going to get himself killed fucking around with the wrong dude, hey, screwing around with the wrong Mexican dog get you hurt, man. That boy needs to stop, man. He don't need to do that. I was looking at I tried to do some research. What's going on, Ancestral Rage? I tried to do some research on what was happening with Lennox Lewis, because they were Lennox Lewis recovered from getting knocked out by Oliver McCall. What's going on? 2 Robinson in the building. Much love in that super chat. Yeah. Man, dog, Lennox Lewis did not rematch Oliver McCall right away, man. He took a couple years. It was 2 years before he rematched Oliver McCall, man. He took on some lesser competition, wound up getting in there. Once he got done with that Ray Mercer fight, that's when he went back and rematched Oliver McCall, man. And when he got knocked out, what's going on, man? What's going on, Mandam Jr.? Mandam Jr., what's going on? Man, much love in that super chat, man. Stanley Brown. Yeah, look, it's dude, there's no reason to do that for Anthony Joshua as a person, as a person. I know this dude has got money, so it's not like he's in a situation where he's at risk. Hey, y'all can hear me, right? Let me know for sure y'all can hear me. I think I can tell from the comment sections that y'all can hear me, but obviously I can't hear myself. Working. What's going on, Bert? Kennedy Leonard, AJ should back out and get 2 tune-ups. Yeah. Oh, cool. You can hear me? Yeah, man. Definitely, man. Take your time. Take your time, dude. You got all kind of money, dude. You got all kind of money, AJ. Don't just jump out there again, man. Until this is the time, man, where a dude is 22-0, right? Or he's 22-1 now. At 22-1, he can get some more experience. He can take a couple lesser fights, right? And then what's going on, Brothers UK? Then get back into the mix and then challenge for them belts, man. But what's going on, Brian Taylor? It just seems to me, man, that Eddie Hearn cares more about Matchroom than he cares about Anthony Joshua, which is obviously, that's his job to do that. It's his job to care more about his company than he cares about the fighters. That's why I'm always on these, I'm always so suspect of promoters, but that's their job. Their job is to look out for what's going on, Mr. Shanks, what's good? It's their job to look out for their company. But it's Anthony Joshua's job to look out for himself. And man, you getting rattled, I mean, dog, that's just shit's crazy, man. He shouldn't do that, especially if he's getting off that juice. Because people can say what they want to say. Right now I feel like I got free. What's going on, Mr. Gilead? A man's pride will be the death of him. Yes, absolutely. I served 88. But look, man, here's my thing. I know that, like, I didn't want to say it when you AJ fans had any type of real credibility. But since you guys don't have any credibility, at this point, ain't nobody gonna care what you think. So since don't nobody care, I mean, you can't even talk. You just gotta shut up. You gotta zip your mouth and shut up till AJ. You gotta wait at least until AJ, gets a belt back before you can. Actually, you gotta wait before he beats like Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder for y'all to talk again. I mean, even beaten. Oh yeah, Gigi win by KO definitely against who? GGG said he implied that AJ was dirty. But come on, man. We know damn well AJ on that juicy juice, man. We know y'all cats out there on that juicy juice, man. How you going to manufacture a guy that much and you ain't going to manufacture that? Oh, Steve Rose, 19-0. Yeah, we'll see. Is that this weekend? I said, nice sunroof. Yeah, man. I should let it down, but this Texas heat is bananas, dog. Texas heat is bananas. What's good? Oh, happy birthday, Eugene Williams. Happy birthday. Oh, so tomorrow, yeah, okay, well, I'll check it out. Honestly, man, I'm still on my AJ got his ass whooped high. I mean, I'm still on that high, dog, from AJ getting his ass whooped. He got his ass whooped. I'm salty. TPO, what's that? Phenom, what's good? What's good with you, man? African sci-fi scholar in the building. What's good, man? Yeah, man, I'm kind of salty. I'm not salty about shit, actually. I'm extremely happy, man. I can't remember the last time. Oh, I do remember. I was going to lie and say I don't remember the last time I was so happy. Oh, I was this happy when Errol Spence beat the brakes off of Kell Brook, dog. That was, yeah. Because these UK dudes just talk so much. I mean, maybe they say, like, we like to banter. They like to banter. I like to banter. But when you lose, it's time to stop bantering, dog. Shut your bantering ass up. Hey. Did y'all listen? Oh, say happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Eugene. Did you hear AJ sustained a concussion 8 days before the fight? Yeah, I heard that bullshit. I heard that excuse. He sustained a couple, and he got that shit reestablished, whatever the term is, in the fight by 4 times. Yeah, man, he got a concussion, he got knocked out, he's having panic attacks, all kind of things, all kind of what Black Fight Fan TV would refer to as hold'em. All kind of things from the whole community. But it starts with that juice. You ain't really got the confidence, man. He got to get off that juice and go back down to cruiserweight or something. All these cats act like, whoa, man, the human beings have just gotten so much bigger. Fanon, not taking anything away from Ruiz, but was that the same AJ that beat up Brazil or White? You didn't look the same, dog. You never look the same when you get your ass whooped. When you getting beat up, who's gonna look the same when they getting beat up? You never look the same while you getting beat up. You look one way when you're winning. You look another way when you getting beat up. And he was getting beat up. Since he was getting beat up, he looked just like he always looks when he gets beat up. He looked the same way he did when I put it this way. He looked the same way as he looked when Dillian White knocked him down. And he looked the same as he looked when Klitschko put him down. The only difference was Ortiz did it twice. Ortiz did it once and he kept on doing it. Man, AJ's all, man, it ain't like AJ ain't got days before. But, you know, if y'all want to hand him that excuse, you know, give him the lollipop. Take an ass whooping and give me them belts in exchange for that lollipop. That's what that is, man. That boy don't need no lollipops. He didn't make no excuses. And some of these cats are killing me, man. It's like they making excuses while AJ's not making excuses. I give you the dude excuse, and then you just come up with an excuse for the excuse. Like, man, stop. Okay? Everybody looks bad when they get their ass whooped. AJ does not need to go right back into a fight with that dude, because if he does, he's probably going to get his ass knocked out again. I was looking through the history. I was like, who has done this? What fighter has gone right back into a rematch? I'm not saying like right back into a rematch where they got knocked out. And what happened? Now, I didn't do like extensive research, so there might be some cases. But the last one that I could find was Floyd Patterson versus Ingemar Johansson. Ingemar Johansson knocked out or stopped Floyd Patterson. Floyd Patterson came back, and then Floyd Patterson knocked out Ingemar Johansson in the next fight, and then after that he knocked him out again. A couple fights later though, he got his ass by Sonny Liston twice in a row. So when he went right back in there with Sonny Liston, that ain't work, dog. It didn't work. Now, Lennox Lewis, unlike what these other cats want to say, Lennox Lewis did not go right back into that fight with Oliver McCall. He didn't. He waited 2 years for that. He fought Tommy Morrison, some other dude. He fought Tommy Morrison. Then he fought Ray Mercer before he went back in the ring with that. Also, Klitschko, when he got knocked out by Ross Purity, I think he never fought Ross Purity again. He just went on about his business. And then he got knocked out by Corey Sanders. He, for the WBO belt, he didn't fight Corey Sanders again. His brother beat him. And then he went back and fought him. Okay? Look, Lennox Lewis only took the back-to-back. Now, the interesting thing that I saw about Lennox Lewis going back-to-back when he got knocked out by Hasim Rahman was that he only had like 4 fights left in his career. So it's not like he was done pretty much. He had already beat Tyson, he had beaten Holyfield, he had done all those things, and he got clipped by your boy Rahman. Then he rematched Rahman. No, then he fought Tyson. I'm sorry. Then after that, he fought Tyson. And then I think he might have fought Vitaly Klitschko after that. AJ Puppet with Eddie Hearn, hand right up his, pulling all his strings. Of course. That's what you have when you get a young boy, when you get some young boy who don't know what he's doing, man. I'm listening to these morons. Hey, man, I'm calling y'all. Tell me something, man, too, because I can't read this chat like I want to read this chat. But look, man, y'all got to stop telling me that this damn rematch clause just because Teddy Atlas is at. Teddy Atlas can't even read, okay? Teddy Atlas ain't even literate. So the simple fact that Teddy Atlas said that there is a 10%, that there was what the rematch clause said, damn well he had to get that from somebody else. That motherfucker can't read. Teddy can't read, okay? Teddy always out there talking about, I never went to college, I never graduated, I'm not as smart as you, but let me tell you some bullshit ass metaphor to make me try to sound smart. Man, screw Teddy Atlas. Why are you gonna believe what Teddy Atlas got to say over what my man say? I saw a super chat in the building, man. My bad. Sean Snowden. No, don't do it, Fanon. That Texas heat will make your face make your face look like Indiana Jones. What are you talking about, dog? With the sunroof? Gee, man, I'd be chilling in the sun, man. I'm a child of the sun. I love the sun. I never want to see winter again, dog. I never, unless, I gotta die or be broke. I mean, if I gotta be broke or die or something, I'll go back to Chicago, shit like that. But hey, motherfuckers want to see me, you gotta come south. You gotta come south of that. You gotta come south of that equator, dog. I'm trying to get south of the equator. You know what I mean? What's going on, Narco Champion TV, El Bruto? Don Banks said, you guys be safe driving, OG. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, I'm safe. I'm gonna get off this express thing because this express aisle, because the traffic ain't that bad and I got time, and I keep feeling like I'm driving up on here. I'm a child of the sun. Yeah, dog. I'm a child of the sun. You know I believe that, dog. That's why, hey man, that's why all those cats all in a bad mood all the time. That's why his ass lying and always stealing and always starting trouble. Cause they from an icebox. They from that's a thought out icebox, dog. That shit gonna have people. They were in bad moods for like 8,000 years or some shit. Came out about that icebox, pissed off at everybody. Yeah, couldn't get along or nothing. Everybody else sitting around having a good time. Women walking around, you know, got their guns out, you know, all that good old shit. You realize how much that like this culture keeps us from being happy. God dog, I be looking at people, looking at women. It's 120 degrees, man. These chicks got scarves on. Like for what? Man, you supposed to get some coconut butter, rub it on yourself and be out in the sun, dog. Come on, man. You see all this clothes people got, all these chicks got to wear, dog? And then wonder why people sexualize everything. Because you never get to, like, oh, look at those. Nigga, them fuckers are milk makers, man. What's the fucking big deal? Anyway, man, I digress. Sun out, buns out. Yeah, exactly, dog. Sun out, buns out, dog. And everybody should be happy. Look at it, man. We are the species of animal that can do whatever we want to do. We got all kind of good stuff going on, man. Everybody should be able to eat, drink, be happy. But no, it can't be that way. Because certain people just want everything. They want everything. Because if they see somebody with something, they gotta have it. They gotta see somebody, they gotta have it. That's selfish ass people. That's every type of selfish ass person. You know what I mean? But anyway, I digress onto the conversations about social stuff that I don't want to do. I am up on talking about this AJ getting blasted. What's going on, man? And that was so, you know what's funny about that too? Oh, I was talking about, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time reading this. Because I got to drive and not kill I got a responsibility not to kill myself. Look, man, y'all got to understand, dude, I don't even care. I've been negotiating deals, contracts, and all this shit for 20 years. I'm telling you, if you ever heard of Don King, if anybody's ever heard Don King, dog, what did they used to say about him? The negotiation begins when the contract is signed. Okay? With Don King, if you can say that about Don King, that tells you, dog, he can make, you got to understand what this is, dog. Look, what does Eddie Hearn want? Yeah, this son on me, dog. What does Eddie Hearn want? See, this is what you got to do. You got to have your, what you call that shit? Damn, I forget the term. BAFTA, is it something? Like, basically, what's your plan if the negotiation fails? That's the first thing you start with. What am I going to do if this negotiation fails, right? So, say, Andy Ruiz says, I want $50 million to go to the UK, or I want $20 million and 50% of the pay-per-view to go to LA. But I got a rematch clause that says I got to go to the UK and fight for 10 million. Let's just assume that that's the case, okay? Let's assume that that's the case. All right? Well, what if Andy do? Well, like, what if he tells me no? What will I do then? Well, Andy, what are your options? Well, my options are I can retire. I got $5 million, I can walk away. I could turn over the belts and fight somebody else. Or I could just refuse to do it and take my chances in court, right? All those type of things. You can say those are the things that I can do. All right, well, what do you have to gain? Well, if he agrees to fight me in LA for 20 million, then shit, I get an extra $10 million at least. Then I got home court advantage. All right, you list all the benefits. Then you say, well, what can Eddie Hearn do? Right? So you do that for yourself. Then you say, okay, what can Eddie Hearn do? What can Fast Eddie do? What is Eddie? If I refuse to fight, what can Eddie do? Well, Eddie has a money man out there named Anthony Joshua, who Sky Sports really wants very bad, who the Zone wants to feature, and what he really needs is he needs AJ to be the champion. That's what's in it for him. That we call that the whiffle. What's in it for me? And then with him is what's in it for you, right? So what's in it? So what's in it for Eddie? Now, if I decide not to fight, what can Eddie do? Eddie can take me to court, and then what? What's going to happen if Eddie takes me to court? Well, I could win or he could win. It's going to cost him $50,000, $60,000 in litigation over a couple of years. It's going to cost me $50,000, $60,000, maybe $100,000 in litigation costs. And a couple of years out, then maybe I'll be forced to fight. But what would happen to Eddie in the meantime? More than likely, I'm going to get stripped, right? More than likely. Man, that son's a joke. There you go. So, anyway, long story short, I walked through all that with Eddie Hearn and what Eddie Hearn could do. Basically, Eddie Hearn got to pay that dude that money or lose those belts. And then what's going to happen? If Andy Ruiz doesn't have the belts, then Andy Ruiz might get stripped. And then you're going to have to deal with Pulev. And you might have to deal with Pulev and Fury, who's over there with Top Rank. You know what I mean? So I'm like, dog, look, don't act like that dude just got, like, Andy Ruiz doesn't have anything to bargain with just because Eddie Hearn threw out some rumors that Teddy Atlas spread. Fuck up out of here, dog. Who the hell up out of here, dog? Man, somebody bopped that dude for all that Fury crap. Man, Fury didn't beat Wilder. Yeah, and I know about that crap. He's #1 in Ring. That just exposes Ring Magazine. You're going to give a guy that did not win a belt against Deontay Wilder, has no belts, ain't won a fight against a significant opponent in what, 3 years? And he's the #1 heavyweight? How does that work? How does that work, Dougie? How do you not win a fight against a major championship, against a major heavyweight fighter? He has not won a fight against a ranked heavyweight fighter since 2015. But yet, he's the #1 heavyweight in the world. How does that work? What, even if you say, okay, yeah, he got a draw, I really think he beat Wilder. It was a draw with Wilder. If he got a draw for Wilder, but he ain't beat anybody else that's even been ranked. He has not beaten a ranked opponent since 2015. That's 4 years. How in the hell is he the #1 heavyweight in the world? What happened to ranking systems? The fuck out of here, man. Dillian White, you might as well say Dillian White then. Give it to Dillian White. Since you want to say that, just give it to Dillian White. Well, he does exactly. He hasn't won a fight in 4. He has not beaten a ranked heavyweight in 4 years. But he's the #1 heavyweight according to those guys at Ring. Come on, man. You guys expose yourself, dog. Yeah, of course. You expose yourself when you do. And you show yourself to be complete and utter hypocrites when you do that, too. Complete and utter hypocrites, man. That boy, Dougie Fisher, and the gang for you. Now, see, according to Dougie Fisher, he doesn't vote on it. That's what he said. Now, I believe him when he said that. I don't think he's got any real reason to lie about that. That's a bunch of people that vote on it, and they come together, and however their panel, all of that. You know, Dougie don't run nothing. Not to disrespect Dougie Fisher. Well, I've disrespected Dougie Fisher for years, but I feel as if he did that thing on World Breaker, I feel a lot less inclined to disrespect him. He's a bum. Who's a bum? #1 bum. I mean, he ain't a bum, but he just ain't beat anybody in 4 years. So I don't see why you would put him. Under what rationale? You know what I mean? What's the rationale for that? It makes no sense. But hey, man, don't let not making sense stand in your way, dog. You know? From doing what you want. You got a guy, for now, what do you think AJ lost? Do you think AJ lost the hunger? No, I think he lost his heart. And he's rich. I mean, he probably has, dude. Dog, that dude, come on, man. That's a dude, he's been sleeping in silk sheets since his, 5th fight? Something like that. When do you think he got his first set of silk sheets or Egyptian cotton, 3 million thread blankets, huh? You know, Ruiz got all the cars. Genius $5 million on top. The golden ticket, yeah, man, and he's worth a lot. Now, see, and here's another thing, man. You don't never know what's going to happen when you go to court. You can believe that you'll be like, dude, there might be some word in that mug where where they just didn't phrase it correctly, right? These motherfuckers could be arguing, or they can make all kind of arguments about all kind of shit, dog. I missed that super chat, man. My bad. I'm almost parked. Give me 1 second. Once I get parked. Oh, there you go. Joseph Brown said, hey, there you go. Now Fury, the new great UK hope. Yeah, they'll jump on ship with him. I mean, but at least it's Fury. I mean, God dog. AJ is complete. Come on, man. Hey, if Fury's over there with Frank Warren and Bob Arum, and they ain't gonna make that fight either. But at the very least, God dog, he's not Eddie Hearn, man. Eddie Hearn need to go. Eddie Hearn is just bad for Eddie Hearn ain't just bad for boxing. That dude is bad for my blood pressure. Like, dude, how many lies are you going to tell, man? Dude, it's not that easy to lie. You're not even that good a liar, because you lie. You don't just stick to the essential lie. He'll just lie. Deontay Wilder sold 6,000 tickets. Again, damn, he just stuck on 6,000, huh? You using the same, it's like you don't have enough time in your day to think of a better lie, and you just rehash on me. What was that lie I'm supposed to tell? Oh yeah, 6,000 tickets. Eddie Hearn thinks he's about to pay. Oh, now man, he's coming up. Dude, come on, man. Man, maybe he is if for reason those guys decide to do it. But if he said $50 million to go there, dog, come on, man. They didn't just pull that out their behind, dog. They didn't pull that number out their backside, dog. Okay? They didn't pull that out the backside, dog. They were like, nah, dog, we about to get paid. We're the first Mexican heavyweight in history. It's massive. It's massive. We'll be bigger than AJ easy. We'll be bigger than AJ easy. Now, I was listening to Trill Boxing Talk, man, when they brought up the very good point that how come all of a sudden all Andy Ruiz is worth is $10 million, $15 million, you trying to run your ass up out of the United States? Come on with that trying to run out the United States stuff, man. The belts are in the United States. Why should they have to leave and take the mugs back out there to the UK? I say no. Hell no, we won't go. All right, I'm where my son is now. Who is this clown Darren Sharks that says Wilder can't make a pay-per-view? You know how it is. They're just, it's hard times out there, man. It's real. Let me see if I can do something with a little better. Is that gonna stick? Yeah, that's a little better, I think. Nah, I don't like this shit. Okay. This shit is, man, Texas is hot as shit, boy. I swear to God. Shit just should be sticking. That shit just start melting. Teddy Atlas just entered the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I mean, why nobody ever talk about that's the first time he fought in America? Who doesn't talk about that, man? We've been talking about his ass being scared to fight in America forever. We know that. He should have, dog, he's not that good. He's not that good. I'm not saying he's trash, but he's just not what people hyped him up to be. We almost got, oh yeah, man, let's get them likes over. Well, we got the likes to 430, 150 or so. Look, man. But I just wanted to cover that point, man, and be like, look, stop with all the Eddie Hearn is the king of the world stuff, all right? He's not. I don't care what you got on that piece of paper, dog. If somebody says I'm walking away, then you're going to have to defend. You're going to have to go through something to make them do that. They're going to have to go through something. He's not just going to walk up to, Man, it's like, ever notice how hard it was for people to get out of contracts with Bob Arum? Because Bob Arum will take it, they'll be like, no, that's not how I read it. I know it says that it expires this date, but no, you told me in a bathroom somewhere over drinks that you were going to extend it for 2 years. KQKC sub. 10 subs to go to 1,000. Thanks, Fanon. No worries. Dog, stop calling me your mentor, nigga. You older than me. Okay? Stop doing that to me. Seriously, though, congratulations. Tyson wasn't scared to take Wilder on, and he won 10 rounds out of 12, and he gave Wilder boxing lessons. Same thing he did. First of all, dude, you got to stop with this crap, dog. You just like to argue with us. It was a draw. And I like how you conveniently forget that he got knocked unconscious and put down twice. You're scoring the rounds differently than the judge scored them. There was only one round. There was only one judge that gave Tyson Fury to fight. One had, I believe, one had it for Wilder, one had it for Tyson Fury, one had it a draw. Shut up, man. Shut up with that nonsense. He did not win that fight. He didn't win it. You just making it up. Hey, guess what? I think Anthony Joshua just beat Andy Ruiz and that he's the champion. Do I get to say that too? Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, that's funny. That's something else. Getting schooled is Fury dancing and running. Yeah, this crap. Making funny faces and sticking his hands behind his back. Now he fought well. But dog, those first 5 rounds, get out of here, man. There ain't no reason people just handing them rounds to Fury. Unless you want Fury to win. Her needs to be in the UK so AJ gets an exemption and friendly refs. Oh, yeah, you know they probably wouldn't have stopped that fight. They probably would have penalized it. They might have, you know what would have happened? Dude, they probably, when Andy Ruiz got knocked down, that UK ref probably would, that one of them UK refs would probably stop the fight. Oh no. They would have waved on his ass right away. Yeah, you can't get dropped like that and say Fury won. You just can't, dog. You can't act like we don't see pictures of him like this. Okay? You can't act. That happened. Okay? That happened. But one more comment out of you, dude, and you gotta go, okay? Because we're really trying to talk about some honest, we trying to be honest up in here, okay? Count Drago, Stephen A. Smith, what sound like novice journalists when it comes to, but oh yeah, they're not boxing fans. Wilder couldn't catch him. Dog, he did catch him. Dog, get out of, hey Darren, goodbye. If I can get rid of your ass, if I had this phone, I'd throw you how'd I throw him out? Damn it, I can't throw him out. Somebody throw Darren Shanks out. Seriously, I'm sick of you. Go to Boxing Eagle. Boxing Eagle will cook you for about an hour. Give you everything you need. Go to Best Fight the Best Boxing. He'll let you on your channel. Okay? Me, you got to get out of here. I already told you. Stop that nonsense. We're not doing fantasy here, okay? We're not doing fantasy. None of this. Somebody won a fight that they didn't win, okay? They didn't win. All right, I thought Pernell Whitaker beat Oscar De La Hoya. Guess what? The record ain't changed, and it's been freaking 25 years, and the record's still the same. Okay? And then he ran from the dude. So you got to go, dog. Come back under another name and leave that Tyson Fury beat Wilder stuff alone. You know what you sound like? You sound like a pretend ex AJ fan. Okay? Who can't talk bad about Deontay Wilder anymore as an AJ fan. So now you want to do it from a Fury fan perspective. No, dog. Get out of here, man. Yo, the ref admitted he gave Fury extra. He did. Of course he did. He said it was for the good of boxing. Yeah, I let him recover. It was for the good of boxing. It was for the good of boxing. Yeah, Jack Reese. Your job is not, you are not the commissioner of boxing. It's not your job to be talking about what's good for boxing. It's your dumbass job to count to fucking 10. And if the dude don't get up, or if he's unconscious at any time in the fight, to stop the fight. Okay? If you're unconscious at any point in the fight, you stop the fight. He was knocked out. Okay? You don't have to be unconscious for 10 seconds. You just got to be unconscious. Yeah, it's your buddy. I don't know if I'm your buddy when you talking, the fuck is all that, dog? Do you understand, dog, that y'all, you know what? You just ain't got, you probably just don't have a nice, you just probably don't have a nicely, proportionally shaped head and can't do it. I do bald very well, thank you very much. Sprinkle a little water on them. Yeah, dog, just smelling salts, all kind of nonsense these cats trying over there, man. So, yeah. Man, I think I can see. I don't think I missed any super chats, did I? AJ don't have a chin. Oh, yeah, he's got a chin, all right. A glass one. He got that shit. That shit is world-class porcelain, baby. World-class porcelain chin. What's going on, man? Would to God, dog, you are hilarious. Would to God TV, man, you had me crying with that, with how you said all these fat dudes coming to the beach just slapping the muscle-bound dudes, kicking sand in their face, dog. That shit was hilarious, man. Your video, hey, would to God, man, I love your channel, man. I watch your videos, bro. Just so you know, when they up, I watch them, homie. I watch them. I got you. And I watch them enough of your videos so they always hit me. Like, if you don't watch somebody's video for a while, even if you got that like hit, all, you hit all, that's why some people are missing subscriptions or miss live, because you don't tune in. You gotta make sure you tune in and watch the video. Don't jump out too quick or they'll turn off your notification. But dog, that dude was funny, man. Will B said, man, you gotta put them dukes. Hey, man, you know what, dog? Maybe heavyweight boxing. See, steroids is to heavyweight boxing what breast implants are to big women. Like, big women really should have the market on big old breastises, because that's who should have them. There's something that don't quite make sense about seeing some lady with 2% body fat and big old things that don't move. Something's wrong. That's not real. You know what I mean? But you see some dude like Andy Ruiz, that's real heavyweight there, dog. Yeah, Ivy Webb, what's going on, Ivy Webb? How are you, man? AJ is like Tommy Morrison, hard puncher but glass chin. Yeah, he can hit though. He cracked. Only problem is if they get back up, because that happened to him again. He had knocked down Vladimir Klitschko, then Vladimir Klitschko got up and knocked him down. Then he got up and was able to handle it. But dog, he ain't been the same since Klitschko. And quite honestly, man, the first time I saw the guy fight, I was like, this is because it was being marketed as like, this is the next big superstar. Oh, yeah, man, definitely. I already told him. Go check out Would the God TV 1. Man, that's what that whole thing was. You ain't got to tell me to tell him to go check it out. I just gave you a big-ass commercial. Well, God dang. I got a commercial for you. I wasn't surprised the casual fans got fooled by Joshua fight, but I was really surprised. The boxing fans that was fooled that Joshua had the aura of invincibility. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. My device is overheating. Gotta get it out of the sun. It's off. All right. Sorry, hold on a second. I knew something was going to happen. Man, Texas ain't no joke, boy. All right. Hold on one second. All right. Why do I feel like this shit is the heat? Boy, Texas ain't no joke. I swear Texas ain't no joke, man. That's a camera right there. All right. Yeah, man, Texas ain't no joke. This shit's hot as hell. Hold on one second. What's good, man? It got hot up in here, man. I'm back. Sorry about that. Ooh. All right, man. Hey, look. Sorry about that. My thing just went crazy, man. Went hot, shut down. Can I get into the show while under work walls? But we'll be leaving soon to hear and see the show. What's going on, Bikes and Social Network? All right, man, we get back into this. Let me back up. Subscribe to KQKC. Let me know if y'all can hear me, man. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Yeah, that shit hot. Yeah, man, it was hot. It just shut down on me. And I'm trying to figure out. There you go. All right, yeah. I been away from. All right, so cool. All right, we'll do it like this. All right, yeah, man. So where were we, man? What's better? Hyphy, if 78 tell you to bust. Oh, that's what the problem is. Will be more TV. Come on, Wood. You gotta respect the LDBC, man. You gonna do a shot and shit on your knee, man. Yeah, you gonna get. Yeah, man. Come on. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. I just gave you a shout out with the guy. Come on, man. We're an organization, man. We respect each other. If you shitting on 78, man, I gotta cut you. Gotta cut you. Okay? You'd want the same thing, dog. You'd want the same respect. Let me go back up here. What's up? You already know Hyphy fuck with Vince riding dudes. Oh yeah, the Vince riding dudes. Yeah, whatever stuff, man. But look, man, just let me know, dog. I'm trying to tell you, I'm a good soldier, dog. Oh, you got wind? Let me turn this down a little something. Sorry. Is that better? All right. John Fanon, you gonna be BFTB shade by August? Dog, I'm already his shade. That's makeup, that nigga. He wearing makeup, man. Don't believe that, dog. Black Fight Fan TV just got makeup on. He ain't really, his skin ain't all that smooth for real. His skin, yeah, his skin ain't smooth like that for real. He's faking. Yeah, man, I got my fan. My fan was on. And actually, my son is not even going to recognize me in this car. So, I got to tell him I'm here. Hold on one second, man. I'm going to walk out here into this hoop spot. I said if because I drove the other car. F you, Woody. Oh, man. Dog. All right, man. Wood, but come on, Wood. Come on, man. There's so many channels that I really, really like, man. I do like cats, but New Whip, nah, man, not New Whip. We rented this whip because we going out of town and I'm not wearing up my stuff like that. We got a long trip ahead of us, man, so I'm not going to tear my car up. That's what that is. For 9, if Joshua beats Ruiz, how long you think he will hold the belts for? Ever. And ever. He ain't never gonna fight nobody again. He gonna try to age out people for real. Oh, there he is. Sorry about that. He just tried to do, it didn't work well. You know how it go, man. It is what it is, man. We'll see what he do. AJ not getting those belts back. Not if you don't pay that $50 million. If you don't pay that money, he ain't gonna get that shit back. If you don't pay that money, he ain't getting it back. That's for dang sure. Because they're gonna split that shit up like crazy. Greg White, what's good, man? He said, Fanon, it isn't hot yet. Wait till July. Yeah, man, but I had my phone like right in the sun underneath the glass. That's why I was like wondering why I'm driving around in this car with my dog in the back. And I was riding around with the car with my dog in the back, and people are looking at me like I'm about to kill a dog, and I didn't realize I had him under the sun. I mean, I had him under the like under the glass, because the car he rides in's got that, big glass thing in the back. All right, got my boy. Boop. Yeah, I put him on camera. He didn't like that. Well, do you have something to say that everybody can hear?
Can you turn it off?
No, can't turn it off. That was wrong with you. Oh, it's because to find some good place to put it, man. All right, we'll go with this. All right. Yeah, my son ain't trying to get on camera and want me off the phone. You want to go see Dark Phoenix? Okay, whatever. All right. AJ said AI went from trying to pay AJ 50 million. Ow. Oh, he went. Yeah, he said he went from Al. Yeah, Al got him. But the funny thing would be is if he could get AJ to sign. I wouldn't be an AJ fan if he did. I might be anti-PBC if he signed over there. What's going on, Brian Penson? Let me get up out of here. I'm not gonna be able to look at the chat for about a couple seconds because I got to get out of this. Damn, what are you doing? Somebody door open. Seatbelt. All right, I got to do something to make sure I don't get. I'm going through like these truck stop, like a bunch of trucks and crap. So what happened with Sean Porter? You know what, man? I'm going to go for about another 10 minutes. I'm going to get off a little earlier so I don't yell in my son's ear too much. Great day, peace and love. What's going on, MZ? AJ was a paperweight champion anyway. Yeah, he was. But now we got a real champion of the world. Your boy. Tyson Fury. The #1 fighter in the world. Although he's not beat a good fighter in 4 years, he's the top of the food chain, baby. Machine Gun Funk. What's so funny? Go sit in the back, John. Just get out in the back. I'm not gonna be talking right into your ear. I'm gonna pull over, just get into the back seat because you're making me feel doing all that craziness. You're distracting me. Wild is a great champ, absolutely. He's been talking crazy. Sean says Spence hates him. Man, well, I think that might be a distinction without a difference because although, Spence probably does, wouldn't know whether or not Spence would hate him or not, but I know for sure Spence wants to beat him up. So, I mean, is there a difference? Like, he might as well hate him because I know he wants to hurt him. So, whatever. Sean, you should have taken the first fight the first time, man. Should have been taking that fight. What's going on, man? I did see a little bit of that interview, though. What time you got, John?
Good.
Let me see. For now, how big would Wilder be versus Ruiz be in America? Oh yeah. All right. So I'll talk about those two things because it's easier. I'll do that. Wilder versus. It would be very, very big, man. After a couple fights, it'd be huge. Because Andy Ruiz has that refrigerator Perry type of thing going on. See, actually, why quiet as kept, Andy Ruiz, I think, actually has the ability to have like a really big commercial value because you can sell all kind of donuts and Snicker bars and pork chop sandwiches, all kind of stuff like that markets to to fat people like myself that would make us be like, oh man, I weigh too much and he weighs too much. He's just like us. He's a regular Joe. Right? So number one, you got that big regular Joe thing going on with him. Then, you not only have the regular Joe thing going on with him, you have the fact that he's a Mexican regular Joe. And so half of the country used to be Mexico. So that's a big thing. So he's got that kind of appeal, and he's an amiable, nice kind of, seems like a nice guy. You know what I mean? Smiles for the camera, all that good old stuff. While Deontay Wilder's a certified killer. So you market the good, friendly, chubby dude, and the big time killer, and there you go. Yeah, Ruiz is more like a happy David Tua. Let me see. What's going on, C-Can? Yeah, man, I don't know if I'm the truth, but I'm definitely dedicated to this channel doing this live stream in this car like this. Because I will not let the LDBC down. He said, oh, Miami Snoopy 35 said he said Arrow. He said, Arrow, text your mother and tell her that I already picked you up. Arrow said, Arrow hates that he's at his fights, hates that he's on TV, hates that he has to interview with them, hates his smile. Nah, dog, there nobody hate your smile. You got what are you, all them big ass teeth? What? What is there to like about that big ass mouth? Come on, man. What? Well, man, that dude's mouth, come on, man. Why would he hate that? Errol Spence Jr.'s on TV. Errol Spence Jr. knows how to smile. Errol Spence Jr. got teeth. What sense does that make, man? That makes no sense. He's just trying to think of something. He hates it. You know what Errol hates? He hates that you can't sell out a family barbecue. That's what he said. I would take Errol Spence at his words that he's really mad that you wouldn't fight him. And I think he really wants to beat you up. That's what I think. You ain't got a lot of real certified dudes that really seem like they like beating people up. Errol Spence seemed like he really liked to beat people up. Wilder number 1, Tyson number 3. Dog, Wilder number 1, Ruiz number 2, Fury number whatever. It don't matter after that. Wilder number 1 because he's the longest reigning heavyweight champion. Ruiz number 2 because he's got all 3 of the other belts. And everybody else are contenders. Okay? All this ranking of heavyweight stuff don't make sense to me. You got champions, you got contenders. Okay? Champions and contenders. Tyson Fury is a contender who failed to win a title in his last fight, but is somehow got knighted king, though he ain't beat anybody significant in 4 years. You can't put a dude that ain't won it. You might as well say, you might as well put Klitschko out there. Klitschko. Yeah. Well, how long was it since Klitschko had a legitimate win? You might as well put Joseph Parker at number 1 because Joseph Parker's had a significant win since easily had a significant win since Tyson Fury had one. So why not put him up there? What's going on, Anthony Johnson? I see you down here. You see him in my car, man. So it's kind of hard for me to, see everything. But yeah, find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. When it comes to not giving American black fighters their credit, where there's a will, there's a way. They have the will to do it, and they'll find a way. There's no sense at all, man, to that. Fanon, if you hear you speak on Crawford Spence being in negotiations, I haven't heard anything about that, man. I haven't heard about them being in negotiations. I hear rumblings about it, but I haven't heard anything that's legitimate about that they're legitimately in negotiations. I ain't holding my breath on that one. But then again, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are supposed to have negotiated something, so there's a real possibility in that. Did you do your mom? Did you text your mom? All right. Yeah, so there's legitimate. No, Joseph lost that. See, I can't do that. Joseph Parker didn't lose that fight. Joseph Parker won that fight. Can't do it, man. Joseph Parker beat Andy Ruiz. That's just how it. That's how it goes. Just like Joseph Parker, just like Andy Ruiz was beaten, just like Anthony Joshua was beaten Joseph Parker. I mean, beaten Andy Ruiz until he quit, according to the judges' scorecards. I don't do that, man. I mean, I'm only kind of half playing. I don't do that. I really do believe that as a boxing fan, you know, you got to do your job. They got to do their job. He won the fight. He went and fought in New Zealand. But that's why Andy Ruiz probably ain't gonna be like, nah, I'm not going over there to UK. Last time I went over somewhere and fought for my WBO belt, I got robbed. I'm not getting robbed again. I've been there, done that, homie. No. If you want me to go over there and do it, you have to pay me every penny that I would. Hey, go ahead, DAZN, give me that money. I need 1/4 of DAZN's budget on that. Give it up. You know? And I feel them on that. And if I was advising them, I'd be like, look, man, they literally gotta do. Before I would go to the UK, if I was Andy Ruiz, before I went, there would literally have to be some sheriffs outside my door saying, we got a court order to drag your ass onto a plane and take you to the UK. Short of that, yeah, even if I go, if I don't fight, I'm still the first Mexican heavyweight champion, so you can't take that from me. But if I go and you beat me by robbing me, I'm without a belt, I'm all salty, and you're not going to give me a rematch. You know? What's more important, the WBC or the WBA? Never really knew. Carl Cooper, I mean, importance is subjective, man. Importance is subjective. The belt that has the highest reputation amongst most people is the WBC. The WBC belt. The WBA, though, is the older belt between the WBA and the WBC. The WBA was established, then the WBC was established. Then the IBF, then the WBO, and then now that's it. And now these cornballs are trying to push the IBO. Hey, you know what though? Andy Ruiz should drop the IBO and tell AJ he can have it. Andy Ruiz need to drop the IBO and tell him, here, man, you can have the IBO. Or keep the IBO and say, all right, I'm gonna drop the others. Fight me for this IBO. Then we'll see. Then we'll see if that IBO is really a belt or not. So I can't really tell you what's most important. I can tell you what the least important is. The IBO followed by the WBO. WBO is garbage. I don't even really want to count that as a major championship belt because it's whatever Bob ordered. That thing is so in the pocket of Bob Arum. It's just, and Golden Boy, it's obvious. You know? Yeah, he can drop that IBO in a second. Just drop it and let somebody else have it. And then if the belts get unified, then we'll see if the IBO is a major championship belt. That thing was only a major championship belt if Anthony Joshua has it. No, IBO isn't a major championship belt. They're trying to make it that way. The WBO shouldn't be one either. They really should get rid of all of them, man. Just except for the WBC. The IBF, I think, is the firmest on their rules, though. But the IBF really came to prominence with Larry Holmes in the early 1980s. Oh, you won't see now in the ranked in the WBO? No. WBO is Bob Arum's belt, man. Bob Arum gives that championship to whoever Bob Arum wants to get that championship to. Fight for it right at the gate. Go look at all his champions and see which belts they got. WBO. Vasyl Lomachenko, WBO. 126. WBO. 130. I was shocked that he didn't fight first for the WBO at 135 pounds. Same thing goes with Terrence Crawford, 135 WBO. He unified all the belts at 135, and I don't recall which belt he had first, but I believe it would be the WBO. And then what is he at welterweight? The WBO. Deontay Wilder, no, Anthony Joshua was a bum just hyped up. No, he's not a bum. That dude can fight, man. He ain't a bum. He's an Olympic gold medalist and he's a former world champion. He's not a bum. There's a big difference between being garbage and being the greatest ever. And that's where I think people get mixed up a lot. You can say somebody's a really good fighter without going overboard, you know? There's a lot of great fighters, but there's only one Sugar Ray Robinson. You know what I mean? There's a lot of rich people, but there was only one Mansa Musa at the time, right? Or just because you're not Bill Gates don't mean you're poor. And that's how people do that. They're you're either the greatest ever or you're garbage, you know? So, and that translates into how they go with fighters. Like, if you would have thought, forgive me for not being in the chat, you know I'm driving. Now AJ ain't a bum, man. If AJ was a bum, he would have never been able to beat Klitschko. I don't care how Klitschko 42 or not. Ain't no bum not getting out of there with Klitschko. Okay, if he was a bum, he wouldn't have been able to knock down Andy Ruiz. If he was a bum, he wasn't beating Joseph Parker. If he's a bum, he wasn't beating those guys. I mean, those guys aren't bums. None of those guys are bums. I'm not gonna be an AJ fan, man. I'm not gonna be like these AJ kids that act like, you know, if you don't have everything, you have nothing. You're either the best or you're garbage. That's a viewpoint a lot of people have in life, man, which is lead you to depression. Like, if I don't have a 50-foot yacht, then I'm poor. Or if I don't have if I'm not driving a Bentley, then I'm poor. You know, I'm not as good as you if you have a Rolex and I have a Timex. I mean, you can both tell the time. That's a matter of maturity. These guys are not. Anthony Joshua's not a bum. Frank Bruno wasn't a bum. Now, you can be a hype job. Yeah, I see you brought up Frank Bruno. Frank Bruno's he wasn't a bum. You know? Sergey Kovalev, as much as I can't stand Sergey Kovalev ain't no bum, and he proved it. He proved it when he came back off that knockout loss to Alvarez and got it back. It's Ivy Webb. Say, I'm Team Petty. AJ's a bum. Oh, don't worry, he'll be a bum tomorrow. I'm on Team Petty, but I'm off clock right now. I'm in the car with my son, so I can't go full Team Petty. I gotta speak the positive lessons in life in the earshots of my son. Gotta be a good influence, you know? Once I get into my office, I'll call him every kind of thing but the son of God. But he ain't a bum, dog. He's not a bum. He's not a bum. Kovalev wins next fight, man. They better keep Anthony Yard away from that dude. Man, though, I feel sympathy for these UK dudes. What's going on, I Strong? You also got to be careful about being what do you call it? A hypocrite. Because let's see, WBO should just be called Top Rank title. Yeah, pretty much. And Ring Magazine is just trash. I mean, you should just call that like Blockbuster Video or something. Ring Magazine's like Blockbuster Video. Like, who needs it? I would like to get some of their magazine covers though. I think I might subscribe so I can get their magazine covers. They got great magazine covers. Like, I like the Ring Magazine posters, but I can't even buy a Ring Magazine poster now because the Ring Magazine editorial board is tripping so hard, man. Oh, somebody said they all in favor of him jumping right back out there. You want to get that boy hurt, man. Yardy is nice in the gym. Performance doesn't impress me. Anthony Yard, look like Anthony Joshua. Look like a bodybuilder. It's boxing, it ain't bodybuilding, man. You know, basketball players you playing basketball, you don't need to be built like a football player. You need to be built like a basketball player. Work on your skills. 50 said he gonna smack Wilder in the face if he sees him. I bet you he don't. How much you want to bet he doesn't? I'll bet you a whole lot of money he don't do that. Tony Harrison was stripped of his IBF belt? Wow. For spraining his ankle? Tabiti versus Dorticos? Yeah, that'd be a really good fight. I would take Tabiti over that, though. Oh, you got Katie Taylor to sign your gloves? That's what's up. That'd be the only reason I want to go to. I want to go to that boxing expo so I can get some stuff signed. I should have got onto this expressway.
Need some food.
Yeah. I'm going for Tabiti. Is that this weekend? Torticos Tabiti this weekend? But look, man, I got to get out of here. My son is right and having a headache. I talk very loud when I'm on this deal. For 9, 2 things. The business set the bar high and have leveraged the champ. Could drop all belts and won't go back to AJ. Eddie would not want that. PBC got that leverage. Yeah. See, hey, Jose Perez. That was very intelligent of you. Exactly. You got that leverage. Thank you. Applause. What is it that this guy wants, man? You can always walk away, man. This is not, he's going to have to negotiate. And I thought that was kind of, and Eddie, if you ever listen, man, stop doing all that negotiation in public, trying to be cute, trying to tell people what let me makeup, or I don't believe anything the dude says now. Did he lose all 4 of the belts? All right, 4 belts. He only lost 3. He lost 3 belts, and he lost a certification, okay? He lost the WBA championship, the WBO championship, the IBF championship, and the IBO certification. Non-profit, and he lost the WBA, and he lost the IBO tax deduction. But look, man, I got to bounce, man. I appreciate everybody for coming in. Thank you guys very much. I'll check you guys out on Monday. Actually, on Trill, not Trill, but on OG Bison Talk on Sunday. We're going to do that.